While it takes landowners the better part of 2 decades to make money off timber, tree stands can start generating money well before that, thanks to a growing demand for pine straw.
Yeah, Damon Jones takes a look at why more people are getting into the market and what they can do to make their product more desirable.
Just take a drive around any neighborhood and you're likely to see plant beds full of this stuff. And that's good news for landowners looking to get into the timber business, as the demand for pine straw has seen a sharp increase over the past decade.
In 2000, the first year that it was estimated was $15.5 million. It peaked out in about 2009 and 10, 8, 9, and 10, at about $80 million a year paid to landowners.
With those kind of numbers, it's no wonder why more people are looking to get into pine straw as a viable option to make money off of their land. And best of all, they can do this while waiting for their timber to mature.
It really fits into a situation where we can start raking some stands as early as age 8, more commonly around age 10, and rake on up until we have to thin the stand. And so it's an early income producer for many properties, and works out very well. And of course, those dollars are quite attractive when you can generate them early in the rotation as well.
However, it does take work to produce high-quality pine straw that the consumers want, and the best way to do that is simply keeping the land as clean and well-maintained as possible.
What most straw producers are looking for are clean straw, and that translates into what the consumer wants. They don't want weeds, pine cones, sticks, briars, things like that. So trying to keep those stands as clean as possible from competition, that also helps the stand grow better when you don't have other competing vegetation out there.
Speaking of invasive plants, things like Japanese climbing fern and Kogon grass can affect the farmer's ability to rake their stands properly, but with a little preventative care early in the process, those problems can be minimized while also promoting healthy growth for their trees.
Anything you can do to keep that stand clean is really a benefit, and we can do that with several techniques of manually removing things. In some cases, we can use herbicides, particularly at younger years, to keep those plants from becoming established, so that when we get to the point where we want to rake the stand, we really don't have to do a whole lot other than maybe clean up some sticks and pine cones. That's the ideal situation.
Other management tools like herbicide use is very beneficial, and it helps not only making a site attractive for pine straw because it's very clean, but also there's benefit on the wood side too, extra growth, because now the nutrients and water that are present are going to your crop trees and not to a bunch of understory, in many cases, unusable wildlife plants.
As for those people looking to get into the pine straw business, Dickens' first word of advice is to make sure there's a local demand for your product.
So I said, before you start all this work to get a stand attractive to rake, you want to make sure there's markets for the basically contractors that are willing to buy your straw. You'd hate to do a lot of work and then there's nobody interested in your straw.
Reporting from Statesboro, I'm Damon Jones for the Georgia Farm Monitor.